Hey guys, welcome back. I figured I would show our trip up out of the catacombs. I just wanted to show this. I don't remember exactly how this works. I don't know how this particular NPC appears, but I'm just going to open up that bridge for now and hope he shows up here at some other point. Because he's supposed to show up to actually sort of booby trap the bridge. He's a very trusty fellow, obviously. But yeah, he's not showing up for us right now, so that's why I'm kind of concerned as to maybe we have to activate it ourselves first, and then on the next trip around he kind of tries to trick us or something. I don't know, but the last episode of already went quite a good while, and I figured halfway through the catacombs isn't too bad. We showed off, a Covenant location, which is pretty good info, and, you know, it was a pretty solid last episode, but I don't know. If I can show off the necessary stuff of the catacombs, then I would prefer to do it now. So we got the red and white round shield from one of the skeletons here. This very sort of weak-looking wall goes down with just one smack, so that's kind of nice. And we see down here we've got a little encampment of skeletons, some guys stationed above, taking pot shots down on us, and some dudes down below. Nothing too unmanageable. And I believe we even get a miracle at the end of this pathway, if I'm recalling correctly. Also, if I don't die from this one guy pelting me with arrows. Oh, and now the one from behind's getting me. Okay. I just do not have very good observational skills with these archer skeletons. Alright, let's get the plunge attack going on there. Thank you. And that'll do it for these guys. It is very satisfying that they just crumble into a heap once you've taken care of them. Oh, hey there. So, I don't think he was actually supposed to fall that early. You're supposed to walk through this area and then all of that crumbling brick comes down along with him. But I guess he was just so excited to see us that he forwent the whole, the whole environmental impact and just dropped down straight away. It's okay though, we don't mind. And right here we see actually a very important item, just by this crack of the coffin. We get the Dark Moon Seance Ring. Let's take a look at that. Also, we have this strange statue in the background. Let's take a look at that first. It's a mother holding her child. Very common theme in historical art, as I've learned. Been taking a class on that stuff, and that shit's everywhere. And it's actually, it's got some relevance, even to these statues. So, we'll get into that later, though. So anyways, let's take a look at that ring we got. The Dark Moon Seance Ring. So, at face value, it grants additional attunement slots. Seems a little boring. Lets you get more spells equipped as long as you're wearing this ring. But let's take a look at the description. This ring is granted to adherents of Gwyndolin, Dark Moon deity, and lastborn of Gwyn, Lord of Sunlight. Grants additional magic attunement slots. The Dark Sun Gwyndolin is the only remaining deity in Anor Londo. His followers are few, but their tasks are of vital importance. So again, we're hearing of Anor Londo, and we're hearing that Gwyndolin is the only remaining deity. So he's the only one. It also mentions that he's the lastborn of Gwyn. So the Lord of Sunlight, this guy who's sort of the Lord of Lordran, beginner of the Age of Fire. He has a firstborn who we know was struck from the annals of history. Something bad happened with him, sort of a god of war, he's described as, but we never see him, physically. We don't see his physical form in the game. Even this statue that is seen in a location or two, it's crumbled, so we don't actually... Yeah, we don't know the identity. It's supposed to be a mystery. What is going on up there? You can see his lantern popping through the ceiling. That's great. But yeah, then of course we have oh, nice. We have Gwyndolin, who's the lastborn son, So he was the last and the youngest of the siblings of Gwyn, or no, not the siblings, but the children of Gwyn. That actually leaves one more who we haven't. I don't think we've had mentioned yet, but we'll be learning about her in some capacity or another. This is really like where the story of Dark Souls shines, is in these latter parts, and I'm trying hard not to say too much at once. I'm trying to give an idea of it, because the game really does pretty plainly explain some stuff. I even, in the last description, it makes some things very clear that later on we're gonna sort of question, but I'll save that for later. So right here we got the Miracle Tranquil Walk of Peace. You guys might remember me talking about this miracle very briefly. Also, now we have this shortcut opened up, so if we have trouble, or if we don't want to have to deal with all of the narrow pathways and skeletons leading up to this point, we can kind of just drop down to that bridge from the very beginning of the area and forego a lot of the trouble of the catacombs. So that's pretty nice. But yeah, Tranquil Walk of Peace. If you remember when we were in Darkroot Garden, those large stone knights, they were casting a variant of that, which was enchanted in their shields. So now we have sort of the miracle version of it, which, let's take a look here. Tranquil Walk of Peace. Outland Miracle, foreign to the Way of White. So this isn't created by the Way of White, unlike I guess Force would be a good example, or Heal. These are pretty standard for clerics, but Tranquil Walk of Peace is not, as it makes clear here. It's an Outland Miracle. It slows all walking within effect area. This miracle is normally used to flee, as it slows walking but does not affect attacks, but nevertheless defines peace perfectly. That description, I don't know if it's accurate or not, because I mean, maybe symbolically the Tranquil Walk of Peace has this sort of peaceful connotation to it, but the way it's been used historically in Dark Souls PvP is quite the opposite. You would see, in its nastiest case, gank squads, which is basically a host and two co-op phantoms. Oh, I got him! Yes! A host and two co-op phantoms would just wait around for invaders, and if one of them had enough faith to cast that miracle, it would essentially be they would trap the invader with the slow walk spell, and then everybody else would just pound on him, and he couldn't even get away because they'd all just encroach on him. The slow walking would prevent him from evading or even dodge rolling, and it's nasty. It's a nasty business, and I don't recommend it. I got involved in some of those before I really kind of understood the fact that it's not a good thing to do. It's really unfair, and it upsets a lot of people. I forget when it happened to me, but I might have been streaming at the time or something. It was years ago when Dark Souls first came out, and like I didn't always kind of appreciate these games on the level that I do now, and back then I just kind of thought it was funny because I had been killed by so many invaders that I thought it was, you know, oh yeah, we're just getting even with all these nasty invaders. But really, when you're just sitting in an area and letting guys come into your world and then murdering them 3-on-1, it's, I mean, I shouldn't even have to point out the logic of that being terrible, but, you know, back then I think I was just very dumb and looking for a quick, cheap thrill, and that's really what it is. It's a cheap thrill when you're ganking somebody. It can have humorous effect. I've seen it done, like, in a more comedic light, like in Dark Souls 2, there were 3... Oh, shit! Oh! Right in the head. But there were 3, Knights of Catarina, or 3 players decked out in Catarina, the Catarina set, and they all had Force equipped, not Wrath of the Gods. They weren't dealing any damage or almost any damage whatsoever. They were just, oh, this is bad. Oh my god! But yeah, they were basically just cornering a guy in an elevator and then forcing him constantly over and over again. And it was, I mean, it was more annoying than it was hostile or nasty or anything like that, but nonetheless, the point I'm trying to make is ganking's not cool, especially if you're a Sunbro. That's not what being a Sunbro is about. You want to help people out. If you end up in a gank, throw yourself off a cliff or return to your own world. Just, don't engage in it. That's my advice to you. It's not good, and it's not something you should promote. But I mean, at this point, the older games are a little barren on the community, so you probably won't even find gank squads or anything like that. But it was a thing that happened, and it was a thing that I'm guilty of doing in the past. I'm not proud of it, and I make a point to never do that sort of thing. I've seen quite a few people attempting in Dark Souls 2, but I can happily say I haven't done anything of that sort since my very early days in Dark Souls 1. Even Demon Souls, I never did that sort of thing. But, yeah, it's not a good time. Anyways, about time we got out of these catacombs, right? I mean, seriously. Alright, let's just rush. Hopefully not get caught up on the stairs, which I think is exactly what happened last time. Guys, stop, guys. Okay. I think we made it out scot-free. In that moment of relief, we can see light again. We're back in Firelink Shrine. We got a couple goodies. We'll return to the catacombs at a later date, but for now, we pretty much cleared out the upper section, and we got a nice ring that we're not gonna have to go backtrack and get later on, because that ring that first mentioned Gwendolyn, we're going to be using that in Orlando, so I won't have to make a return trip. And I think one of the bonfires we activated might have actually been a warp point. I'm not sure, because warp points were added with the downloadable content of the game, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. Or not with the downloadable content, but more with the with a patch, I guess. I believe it was from a patch, anyways. Okay. Hey. Well, it looks like Rhea's party is gone. I never got the chance to talk to her without an egghead. I don't know if that would have changed the dialogue. I think she says generally the same stuff. And Vince and Nico, yeah, they don't have too much to say themselves. But Petrus is still here, weirdly enough. Why are you still here, Petrus?
Oh, you again? Me? I've become separated from my lady. I've scoured near and far, but no sight of her. Where could she have gone? My lady, to think I swore to protect you with my life.
So Petrus seems very awry here. He's distraught that he was separated from his lady and wasn't able to protect her. So I guess his cowardice got the better of him, and he fled from the catacombs back up here. So that's why he's back and the others aren't.
Your Highness, where have you gone? I am entirely to blame for this. Oh, woe is me. I am unworthy, deathly so.
His heart doesn't seem in it, though. I don't know. I think his cowardice may be a little bit stronger than his regret.
Oh, I'm sorry. Miracles, was it? Sometimes I lose myself. Pay me no mind.
He's right back into Miracles. So we can continue buying things from him now. So even though he was going to trail off down into the catacombs with his party, he's come back. And now we can buy Miracles from him again. So he's going to remain here for a good while longer. Really, Petrus doesn't move around at all. He's there more or less the whole time. So that's that. Alright, we're at the bonfire just before Sen's Fortress. I'm gonna rest here. And I had a little bit of a weird controller disconnect earlier, so I'm just gonna stop recording real quick and then restart, just to make sure there's no desync issues. So, one sec, guys. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Just wanted to make sure nothing was wrong with the recording audio or anything like that. Playing it safe, you know. So, let's restore our humanity now. And head right on in here. So at long last, I know it's been a while coming. I could have probably even skipped over bothering going into the catacombs, but I kind of wanted to check in there to see what we could get. And to be fair, you know, we got some nice things. We got a ring involved with a covenant later on, so we can do that straight away. We've got ourselves Gravelord Sword Dance, so we finally have some offensive capacity, even if it's a little limited. And we have some Snakemen now. Luckily, I know Sen's Fortress rather well, and I already know a lot of the traps, and I know how to pull them on the inhabitants. Like this poor guy. I didn't even have to fight the second Snakeman, because if you take a look right in here, right in this little gap in the stairway, this thing shot 3 arrows or bolts or darts, just these long, painful implements of hurting that killed one of the guys, so I could focus on the other one alone. Otherwise, they can be a bit of a pain. They're slow and they're easy to backstab, as you saw with the second one. But when there's 2 of them at once, it can be a little bit more complicated. So right there, we got a Soul of a Brave Warrior. The souls are starting to get pretty darn big. So we take a look at that one all the way down here. So, a brave undead warrior who has gone hollow long ago, and we can use it to obtain a large amount of souls. I'm trying to think, I swore there was something else behind these pots, but I guess I'm mistaken. Now, Sen's is a pretty hefty area. Maybe not even in its actual size, but just it's a lot of winding pathways, it's a lot of traps, it's a lot of nasty stuff. You can see with these swinging axes, and just, I mean, look at the place. It's almost labyrinthine. It's not you know, it's not complicated in that it's just a lot of dead ends or anything like that. It's just all these pathways going this way and that, traps. You know, it's easy to lose your bearings here. And I stumbled a little bit there, but I mean, I hope you understand my meaning. It's just a very kooky place. It's meant to test the undead, I believe. Oh. Who even hires these snake men? I'm sorry, I have to ask. But it's meant to test the undead to see if they're worthy of entering the great city of Anor Londo. So this is a testing grounds. It's a fortress built to see if we're bad enough dudes to see the city of the gods and save the president's daughter from ninjas. So yeah, snake people. We got the long-necked kind of traditional snakes, and then we got the more sort of cloaked. I don't know what they call that. They're the hooded snake variety. They're more mages, and they've got 4 arms. They've got kind of the twirling sword going on there. They've got some interesting weapons. And this guy, I love this guy. He's just chilling out. He is the chillest of all of the snake men. I almost feel bad interrupting his nap here. He looked like he was having a good old time. But we got a rare drop from this one, and that's quite a rare drop. We just got the Man-Serpent Greatsword. Let's take a look at it. Oh. There was another snake man who wanted to take a look at us right here. But unfortunately for him, he took a shot from these rolling boulders. Oh. See? Totally Indiana Jones-esque. Let's just take a step out here. I don't want to stay out for too long because you see there's another one already on its way. But, oh, yeah, I think he's going to be sliding off the edge with the next one. But yeah, so you got to sort of time your approach here. You do not want to get hit by these things. He's just going to gently roll down, I guess, until he falls off the edge. But anyways, before I was interrupted there, or I had to interrupt myself to take care of this. Oh, we can just barely wield it. Cool. So the single-bladed, blood-stained greatsword is the choice weapon of the slithering serpent men of Sen's Fortress. An ordinary human will have great difficulty swinging this heavy beast effectively. So if you take a look at that, it's a very gritty, sort of chipped away blade. This thing's seen a lot of love, It's surprisingly, I mean, it's pretty quick on the first slice. Maybe not so much on the recovery, but it's quite nice. And then if we take a look at the heavy attack, sort of a horizontal sweep. Can we do a follow-up? Yes, we can. Nice. Just sort of a 1-2 step. And then jump attack. Let's try the... Got a nice swing around there if we do a back step into an R1. And then running attack, same thing. So, not a bad weapon. Quite a nice one if you're looking for the great sword approach. Anyways, we can switch back to the mace. So we got this whole thing going on, but what's actually down here? A snake man. Oops! Here, let me help you. Oh shit, I forgot you... I don't know if you could actually kick them. Oops. I swear, Sen's Fortress is doing more damage to its inhabitants than it is me so far. This is a fortunate thing. I'm not complaining, certainly. Oh yeah, get some of this. One of the best feelings in the world is when you parry a jumping attack. It's just, oh, you think you're fancy? No, no you're not. Just right back in their face. And Siegmeyer, as we can see, has made it a little way into the fortress, but he's bumped into another wall, or a ball to be precise.
Oh ho! Ah, where did you come from? Splendid news, I tell you.
So we got some splendid news.
Ah, so you see my sight. Yes, indeed. I've run up against a wall, or a ball to be precise. I'm afraid I'm a bit too tough to be outrunning those things. So here I sit in quite a pickle, but who knows? Perhaps we'll have another development.
So the gate is opened, and that was the splendid news, was that he was able to enter Sen's Fortress, but now he sees that with these rolling balls, these boulders going down along the side of the fortress, he can't seem to get through because he's just a little too plump. Can't quite get there fast enough, poor guy, so...
Perhaps I could try to roll it. Bah, no chance. My head would spin.
Can you not see why I love Siegmeyer?
Perhaps I could try to roll it. Bah, no chance. My head would spin.
My head would spin. He's such a bumbling adventurer type, and it's what I love about him. It's exactly how I would act in this situation. I'd be like, oh, I'm not gonna outrun this thing, it's a giant boulder. I wouldn't even want to deal with that. I mean, just the chance of running out and running out too late, or the thing comes early and you're squished, you're a pancake. I don't want to be a pancake. I doubt Siegmeyer wants to be a pancake, and it's perfectly understandable. He's your everyman adventurer, you know. He's out there in the field and he's like, well, I mean, oh no. Oh! Ouch! I forgot they had a grab move. Well, that was a rude awakening to that fact. Let's take you down. Heal ourselves up. He took a nice chunk out of our neck there. It was like right in the jugular. Maybe not in the jugular. He kind of bit us a little bit in the pectoral there. We might want to get the venom extracted, but we don't have to worry about that really. Oh wow, we've had the rusted iron rings on this whole time. Okay, Ring of Steel Protection. This is a really nice one. Probably next to Havel's Ring, one of the essentials that I'll usually have on myself if I don't have like the Chloranthy Ring. Like these three right up here, this is like the trifecta almost. There's other really good ones, and there are situationally good ones. Wolf Ring's also a nice one for almost any time, but the Ring of Steel Protection is never a bad thing to have, because as you see, it boosts our defense versus physical attacks. This ring belonged to the Night King Rendel. It grants its wearer physical protection by boosting defense against physical attacks. Of the many legends surrounding the Night King Rendel, one of the more well-known, one of the more well-known speaks of is standing down a giant drake and slashing it to pieces. So Night King Randall is seen as this very heroic and powerful knight. He's a Night King, not just a knight or a king. He's a Night King. So he's out on the field with his subjects, I'd imagine, cutting down giant dragons. So yeah, that's the safest way to deal with that trap right there. You just stand on the very edge of that little corridor there, and luckily the darts will go right past you. Or I don't know what to call these. They're sort of yeah, they're really like just long metal rods or bolts. I don't know what the accurate term would be. I'm sure there's some good term for like a crossbow bolt but deadlier. Or maybe they are just bolts. So I do want to reiterate, I believe that our egghead actually steals away a portion of the souls that we get in general. So we've had this thing on since episode 8. It's now episode 13, and I mean, we gotta get this thing off of us. Oh wow, got the flamberge. Holy crap, like these guys are just dropping their weapons for us now. Usually it takes me forever grinding just to get the Snake Man weapons, but they're being really nice with me this time around. So this great sword with an undulating blade is the choice weapon of the slithering serpent men of Sen's Fortress. This weapon is designed to flay the skin and causes heavy bleeding. You see right there, 300 bleeding, so every time you hit somebody, it builds up that bleed effect. Nice option. Winding blade, almost like the tail of a serpent, or the body of a serpent. It's a cool one. Ooh. A little bit of a fancy strong attack going on there. We two-hand it. I love that initialization of the strong attack there. It's almost unnecessary, the way you sort of swing it around yourself like that. I guess you're sort of winding up, but it's fun. It's fun stuff. It's all about that style. You know, what would the point be without the style? So we come up here. We see we got a corpse, and this gives us the Black Sorcerer set and the Sorcery Hush. So I was wondering what the difference was between the normal sorcery and the Black Sorcery sets. Now we can find out if we read the description. At least I think we can find out. So this hat is worn by the secret sorcerers at Vinheim Dragon School. They secretly work with sound-based spells and never reveal themselves. So the idea of the Black Sorcerer set is that these guys aren't with the normal students. They're sort of stealthy and unseen, and their whole idea is being unheard and unseen, and that is reinforced by this hush sorcery developed by a certain surreptitious sorcerer. It's a lot of S sounds at Vinheim Dragon School. Masks all noises of Castor. Effectively, Vinheim is controlled by the Dragon School, and it is no wonder that the town has its share of dark secrets. So Vinheim's got a little bit of a dark history to it, maybe. We don't necessarily learn everything about that, but we can definitely tell that they've got their share of, you know, a lot of hidden away stuff going on. And so we actually have an elevator going up and down there. I'll go on that thing a little later, but I want to head back this way because there might be something else for us to see along this way. I might have missed something. Mostly is what I'm trying to get at. I don't think I missed anything. Oh no, I did miss something. Yeah, right here. Okay, so if we drop down right along this way, got another Snake Man patrolling right here. Unfortunately, not the best at his job. It seems everybody's having some difficulties with the geography of Sen's Fortress. I'm just gonna leave him there. He'll take care of himself, I imagine. So if we look right here, we can pillage this corpse, and we get the Slumbering Dragon Crest Ring, which, if we take a look at it, probably has a lot to do with the that secret sect of the Vinheim Dragon School. So where it produces no sound whatsoever, essentially the same as the sorcery we just got, just in ring form. So we don't need to have sorcery necessarily, as long as we have a ring slot. So this ring was secretly worn by a certain surreptitious sorcerer at Vinheim Dragon School. The ring is engraved with an everlasting dragon in silent slumber and masks all sound emitting from its wearer. So that's all we got here for now. I think we could follow that Snake Man down, but I really don't want to. And it's also a little safer to go this way. If you're very accurate, you can actually land on this axe without killing yourself, and you can sort of balance on it. I'm not quite so good at riding myself there, though, so we could also drop down here, but there's a lot of electricity flinging hooded snakes, so I'm not going to deal with them. What is that, a cobra? Cobra, I'm completely failing on my knowledge of reptilians. Yeah, I don't know. So are these still falling? That boulder is waiting. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, I think they're just heading this way. So you see right up there that the source of this mechanism. Oh no, it's not going this way anymore, actually. It might start again soon, though. I'm very nervous. Well, there is actually a weapon that we're missing over here if we drop down. This one's for the more eagle-eyed. But if you look down here, there's actually... Or actually, if you look up from where Siegmeyer is sitting there, you can see there's this little ledge, and there is a corpse that we can pillage for the shuttle. If you remember, the shuttle was the curved blade that Lautrec was using. He was actually dual-wielding a pair. It's a very nasty hooked sword, and the strong attack of it actually pierces through shields. Let's take a look at the description. Curved sword with a sharply curved blade. Created by Arstor, Earl of Karim. Requires great skill to wield, but evades shield defense to sneak in damage. So this thing very easily gets through defenses. You really have to be evasive with it if you want to avoid taking damage from it. And it's a sneaky one. And designed by the Earl of Karim. Or did it say designed or wielded? I don't know. It's created, yeah. So Arstor, the Earl of Karim, created this thing. And as we know, a lot of people from Karim, they're very sort of sneaky. They've got this sort of assassin vibe going for them. And that weapon fits in very well with that sort of mood, their behavior. So if we run down this way while the boulders aren't heading down towards us, we can get right into this little pathway. Take a look at that shield, or not that shield, that chest. Take a nice long look at it. I told you guys that one good way to tell a chest if it was trapped is to look at the chain. Another good way is if the chest starts breathing. That's a telltale sign that your chest has a it's not an ordinary chest. So yeah, if this chain is curled around back like this way, then you're safe. But if it's curving and kind of slithering like a snake tail from the side around to the front, that's how you know it's bad news. So let's hit this thing, and oh geez. Can you imagine a more horrifying form for a mimic to take? Yeah. They just get up on their hind legs and suddenly they're humongous, towering over you, trying to grab you in their arms, giggling as they fight, their tongue lolling out. And these guys can grab you. If you try and open them up, they instead grow arms, grab you, and pull you inside and just chomp you till you're dead. He almost did to me right there. More so than that, though, I really want this guy to show off his moveset. Right there, he almost did like a golf swing, a golf club swing kick. We really want to see those, a more long-range attack that he does. So he's got the very melee-oriented attacks, but just take a look here. I think he should do it soon. Come on, just do it once and then I'll kill you. Oh no, he got me! No, he got me! Oh, 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 ow, ouch. Oh, jeez. Alright, we're more or less back where we need to be. I'm gonna be quick here because I think there's a boulder rolling down to where we are now. Yep, there it comes, rolling around the corner. And it falls right down this pit. Now, if we wait a little while, something interesting happens. I'm just gonna sit right down here where it's safe. So these things are actually slotting up into this hole. And eventually it's going to get filled. And once that happens, what's gonna happen to that wall, I wonder? Let's take a step out and watch this. Boom. Comes right through. You can use the previous boulders as a platform across, and right there we get the Covetous Gold Serpent's Ring. Oh god! Oh no! Oh! All that humanity and all those souls gone. Oh god. Because I was stupid and didn't just pick them up first. Wow. Ah, well, at least we got the Covetous Gold Serpent Ring. That's awesome. I feel stupid. I feel so stupid. The serpent is an imperfect dragon and symbol of the undead. Its habit of devouring prey even larger than itself has led to an association with gluttony. This gold ring engraved with the serpent boosts its wearer's item discovery so that more items can be amassed. So basically, when you wear the gold serpent's ring, your item discovery rate increases. So rare drops like the serpent great swords that we got, the flamberge and the man serpent great sword, those would be easier drops for us. There would be a higher chance of us getting it, or just getting drops from enemies in general. So it's pretty nice. Not worth losing as many souls as we had. That was humiliating, but it had to happen sometime, you know. Every other time that we've died excessive amounts of times, we haven't had that many souls on us. I think we probably had that one coming to us, but god damn it. So yeah, you see, that's right where we died. And that's where the ring was. I was trying to point that out, but I took way too long doing it, and I didn't do it from a safe location, so I rolled a little too far down the path and got myself cornered. Oh. Okay, so we're back now, and I'll go pick up my souls. Doesn't really matter, but yeah. Ooh, I just fell to the bottom of this. Luckily, it's not a bottomless pit. We can just climb right back up the ladder, and we're more or less safe. And we just phased through that man scorpion. Alright, let's try and take care of this guy carefully. Oh, that wasn't good. There you go. Okay, well, Mimic, deal with this guy. Unless he wants to show off his crazy flying awesome kick that I couldn't show off. Because I got eaten before he would do it. Like a jerk. He just wanted to slap me. And all he wants to do is slap me, so I'm just gonna kill him. And we got a lightning spear. So we got a spear enchanted with lightning damage. Inherently does lightning damage. We don't need to apply any gold pine resin to it. It just works. So that's pretty nice. And this point right here, this connects back above. I was mentioning this elevator before, but be careful. Because, as you saw on the floor of the elevator, there's blood, and if you look very carefully, there's spikes. And that elevator goes straight up into those spikes and impales you on them. if you're still standing on it. So you don't wanna dilly-dally on that elevator at all whatsoever. Okay. So, sorry, let me just move here. So if we move this lever right here, whatever way it's facing, so it's facing out this way, the boulder's gonna go out the opposite way. So right now, it's being pushed out by this kind of weird winding mechanism out here to this bridge, and it's just going straight down. It's basically not impeding any progress from any direction, this way, or this way. So Siegmeyer is essentially safe with this setup, but there's actually something else we can do with this mechanism to reveal an interesting character here, so I'm gonna do that. So follow the boulder down. We do want to be careful. You see right there, the man serpent has taken a bit of a hurting. And another one. Ooh, it's nasty. And I probably just made a big mistake. Oh, wait, no, yeah, yeah, big mistake. Let me heal. I don't know if we can actually unlock these as is. Okay, we can use the master key, thank goodness. So yeah, we can use the master key and actually unlock these things, so that we can evade the boulder. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, my apologies everyone, nature calls even during Dark Souls. So yeah, we're gonna see how far out we can get here. I think we may need a specific key coming up this way. You can actually see there's somebody in one of these cages, these hanging cages up ahead. And he is a man of particular significance.
You seem quite lucid.
Oh god.
A rare thing in these times.
I really can't talk, Logan. Oh! I'm a bit cooped up, as you can see. Yeah. You're a bit cooped up, and I should have moved that boulder earlier. This is just me making a lot of really dumb decisions here. So yeah, we actually aren't supposed to get the key that unlocks all these cages until much further along in Sen's Fortress, but since we have the master key, we can just take care of it right now. Which is yet another nice benefit of the master key.
You seem quite lucid.
I don't think we're going to be able to get through any of his dialogue like this.
I am Logan. I'm a bit cooped
Oh
up.
no, no! I give up. I give up. I give up. Oh, and just take notice, Siegmeyer has now disappeared from his normal post. He has noticed that the rolling boulders have ceased, and I guess he took his opportunity to get out. So, good on him. Taking advantage of the moment. So yeah, this thing will actually rewrite itself. I don't know who does it. It just kind of moves on its own. You can actually see, like, if you're just rounding the corner, you can see it's being moved automatically, almost tracking you. So it seems like even the device itself is detecting and maliciously seeking you out to murder you. That last death was completely just my fault, though. I shouldn't have left it going in that direction. I'm doing a lot of dumb things this episode. Please don't ask me why I'm doing them. Criticize all you want, but yeah, I don't know why I'm doing them. I'm just... It's a late night, I've had a long day, and I'm not feeling it this time. I really should have spent those souls. I could have at least leveled up once or so out of it, so...
You seem quite lucid. A rare thing in these times. I am Logan. I'm a bit cooped up, as you can see. I have a bright idea. Suppose you set me free. I'm old and empty-handed, but I could repay you with knowledge and sorcery. This place is melting my mind. The inactivity is repressive.
So we finally met Big Hat Logan, who both Griggs and Rickard of Vinheim had spoken of. Griggs very highly as his mentor, who doesn't seem to be much of a mentor. He's more wrapped up in his own stuff, but he appears to have gotten himself caught either by the Serpent Man or somebody. Either way, he's been locked up here in Zen's fortress, so we can use our master key to free him and aid him in his own quest.
Oh, heavens! Thank you. I'm saved, and I'd love to resume my travels, but I must log a few things first, and I owe you a favor. I will return to Firelink Shrine. Speak with me there, so that I may impart my sorcery.
So Logan says he's going to head back to Firelink, and next time we're there, we'll be able to talk to him and learn some sorceries from him. So that's neat.
Oh, hello. Don't mind me. Go on ahead. I'll be along later. Whoa, I'll be just fine, young man.
It's one of the more interesting laughs in the game. Everybody kind of has their signature laugh, but Logan's got fwah.
Oh, hello. Don't mind me.
Alright, we won't mind you. Let's take a mind of that gorgeous view ahead, though. Look at all that nature. Nice skyline there. I feel like leaving a note here. Let's leave a note. Nothing complicated. Just gorgeous view ahead. Gorgeous view. I think that works. Alright. Back to business. We've freed Logan, spoken to him successfully without being trampled by rocks, and we can continue forward. So that's good. I'm gonna level with you guys and say this has been such a weird episode, and I've died so many times I don't know where our timing is going to lay. Oh god, I didn't even know. I didn't even know he was following me. Oh gosh. Okay, it's still going that way. That's good. Well, anyways, so we're back here in the main room. If you look high above enough, I don't know if we can see him clearly from here. Oh! I'm not paying attention this episode. I'm just not paying attention at all. Oh, well, we'll see eventually what the source of these boulders being dropped is. You may be surprised. But anyways, aside from that, this may end up killing me again. It very well may. Well, let me do this quickly then in that case, and hopefully it won't catch me off guard a second time. Well, here it comes. Or no, here it comes? No? Never mind. Maybe it's still going this way. Well, anyways, if you look here, we are kind of right in this little side pathway. Just kind of leads down to a pit, and this is where the boulders empty out once that little pit runs out of space to hold the boulders right here. So that's where they empty out afterwards. Anyways, let's finally make some progress in this damn place. I've been running around the lower levels for so long. Actually, we haven't even seen the true lower levels. There's some, there's quite a few things to do down there. Things I may not even want to do till later, because there's a lot of really nasty characters down there. But, anyways. So we want to follow this path right here. Be careful of that floor panel. Activates these four. Don't want to run into those, so just take it slow. We got this thing. These statues. Okay. So just want to run those four all at once. Each sort of set of guillotines has a certain pattern to them. Some of them have, you know, just kind of four at even lengths from each other, so you just want to, you can run two at a time or one at a time at your own pace. Then there's some that are, you know, one, then two very close together, and then one again. So you want to get between the ones and then run past the twos at one time. And then this one's just all four clumped together, and I think we'll be seeing another one similar to that further ahead, further up. And those ones you just want to wait and they cross with each other in a way that they sort of synchronize, and as long as you time it, you can just burst right through them all in one go. Oh god. Okay, good. If that went on any longer, we were going to be in trouble. So we got some large Titanite shards. Good for our mace. We could probably upgrade it. Maybe even a +10. I don't know how many large Titanite shards we've been getting from elsewhere. We got 4. I don't know if that's enough to get us to 10. I don't think it is. But if we get another 1 or 2, we should be able to. And I think this is a pretty decent place to pick up large Titanite shards, so we'll see. I just bolted out there. Usually I wait and survey that a little more closely, but yeah, just run like the wind. Do it. Maybe don't do it the way that I did, but when you get to that point, I mean, anyways. It didn't give him a chance to even really get a name on us, because that's sort of the thing. If you hesitate here, that guy will actually pelt you, and you'll probably end up falling off the side. So, in a way, maybe that is the best strategy, is just to rush out gung-ho. Also, be careful of this little droppy path here. Yeah, death ahead. That's pretty accurate. So, we've reached sort of the top of the interior section of Sen's Fortress, and now we're coming out upon the summit, or the summits, because there's a few sections of the fortress. So we see this giant guy, one of the ones, in fact, that opened up the gate for us initially, and he's just taken these boulders one at a time from this humongous pile. We can't even see really how many he has, but lift them up, move them, drop them down, and the mechanism takes care of the rest. So that's his lot in life. Anyways, we head down. What's that guy being damaged by? I don't even know. It looked like he got hurt by something. Beats me as to what. But we have some boulder knights down here, in fact. Oh, no sir. No Estus for you. Alright. Let me come around this way. Oh, looks like he actually wasn't injured. Looked like somebody was. Maybe somebody got hit by a boulder. I'm imagining that's what happened. I'm bad today. Yeah, somebody died. I'm imagining it was probably a snake man. Something neat about the snake men is that I believe they're very reminiscent, in fact, by design of some enemies either from the Kingsfield or Shadow Tower series. I'm pretty sure it's the Kingsfield series, but ooh, we got two boulder pieces there. We got the shield, which is a really nice shield, from what I know. The shield of the Knights of the Ancient Kingdom of Baldur, tweaked for improved stability. Baldur was the home of Night King Rendel, but the kingdom was reduced to ruins after a widespread outbreak of undead. So we read on the Ring of Steel Protection, Night King Rendel, so we now know that the Ring of Steel Protection's origin comes from Baldur. So that's kind of neat. We get a little tie back there. We could have gotten that tie back earlier by getting a drop from the Baldurs before, but that was actually our first rare drop from them, so we also got his leggings. I'm not a big fan of the Baldur set. It's a little, I don't know. It's just a little raggedy and kind of bent and out of shape. I mean, these guys are, I'm imagining, sort of ancient knights, but they're elite knights, and they're from Baldur, and I guess they invaded Lordran, and they're just the remnants, what was left behind. And then let's take a look at the Baldur legging description. Leggings worn by the Knights of the Ancient Kingdom of Baldur. They are made from thick iron plates. Baldur was the homeland of Night King Rendel, but it came to ruin. Yeah, got the same idea from there that we got from the shield. Put on the brigand pants and black sorcerer gloves. I put on a hat, but we're not able to wear hats. We can't even wear a cap on our egghead. And then let's look at the flamestone plate ring. Stone plates, the symbol of a true knight, grant the strength to face various hardships. The red stone plate symbolizes fire and boosts defense against flame. So that's pretty straightforward. the stone plates are symbols of knights. So they protect you against different elements in your journeys, which is nice. That'll be good for the demon ruins when we get there. Also, oh boy. See this guy? We got ourselves another giant, but this one doesn't toss boulders, he tosses giant fire bombs. So if that sounds intimidating to you, then yeah, you got the right idea. But there is something I'd like to show off with that, so that won't be until next episode, though. I think we've done enough here. I'll finish off as much as I can of Sen's Fortress next episode, but I don't know, I think I need to call it in for the night. My commentary is suffering, I can tell. My gameplay's most certainly suffering, you all can tell, and I think I should sleep on this one, and we'll continue from here next time. But thanks for watching anyways, everybody. I hope you don't mind my my failures too much. I'll try and edit it as much as I can. I don't even know what this episode's gonna look like with all of that, but I don't know. We'll hope for a better one next time. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I really appreciate it. I've been loving the comments I've been getting on these videos, and I hope to get more in the future. So take care, everyone. Take care.